Fraser Doherty is no ordinary 17-year-old. He runs a jam business which turns over 80 grand a year.
Well, I kind of started it all about 2 years ago after my granny showed me how to make marmalade using her top secret recipe. I just started making it myself as a wee hobby and selling it to neighbours and sort of around the neighbourhood to all the old ladies. I was doing sort of church fairs and farmers markets and all that nonsense. But then obviously it kind of grew and completely took over my life.
Fraser flogs the stuff at local farmers markets and a handful of delis. The idea of traditional jam being made at home by a 17-year-old is a winner.
What's this here?
Plum and ginger. It's nice with chicken or duck.
That's lovely.
Fraser's most expensive pot goes for £1.40, and the good news is he's racking in the money. The bad news is he can't cook enough.
Well, at the moment the production is kind of the biggest obstacle I face, I would say, because I just can't produce enough jam from this kitchen.
Fraser's hit a production crisis, and here's the problem. Fraser can only cook 1,000 jars a week. The shops want more, but he can't cook enough. He needs to move production out of the family kitchen into a bigger factory so he can make more jam. Only if he does this can Fraser fulfill his dream of seeing Doherty's jams in the supermarkets. But to do this, he would need to produce at least 20,000 jars a week.
As much as I love the farmers markets, I kind of want to stop doing them and focus on supplying shops. Well, hopefully by the end of the programme I'll have sort of 200 stockists. If I've done that, I'll be doing very well.
Waitrose are opening 2 branches in Scotland and are looking for local products. They've heard about his jams and have phoned him up out of the blue. Fraser's determined to think big now.
The plan is to go from concept to supermarket shelf in 4 months, which, you know, most people would say is crazy to even think about trying to do that. Most big companies in this industry anyway couldn't do that. So certainly a lot of people have said that I'm being a bit over-ambitious, but you know, I quite like the challenge.
With the Waitrose meeting weeks away, Fraser decides to do some research on rival products. In another high-risk move, he thinks he needs to develop a totally new product to catch Waitrose's eye.
They try and tell you that it's handmade and some old woman sitting in France somewhere handwriting these labels. Roses is made with 20% fruit, so not very good for you. Be as well just putting sugar on your toast.
Jam sales have been falling steadily for the last 10 years because of the high sugar content. But Fraser spotted a niche in the market for a totally healthy sugar-free jam.
Taking the sugar out of jam, making what is normally an incredibly unhealthy product into something that is actually quite good for you. So I'm going to go to this meeting and hopefully they're going to like that idea. It's a bit of a risk because this is something that's never been done before.
Back to the kitchen to develop it. Fraser wants to ditch his traditional Doherty's jams and present Waitrose with a new healthy product called SuperJams.
Yeah, very good. Nice and gingery.
Today, Fraser has a meeting with Citygate Design. He's seen over 50 designers already. If they can't come up with a label at a price he can afford, it's back to the drawing board and more time wasted.
So we're replacing Superman's S and Batman's Bat. It's so fresh and good, it's kind of bursting to get out of the pack. The superheroes that we know and love are looking to SuperJam, and then the way that you see Superman flying past, they're going, wow, look, it's SuperJam.
Fraser is happy with the labels, and he's done a good deal with the agency. Less than 10 grand with the promise of repeat business. Now he can send the designs off to Waitrose for them to approve.
I feel great. I'm ready to kind of go into the next step, which is brilliant. It's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I'd got really excited that this was the labels and that it was all done, and the reality was that, you know, it hasn't kind of been as successful as I'd hoped in that respect.
The future of Fraser's business hinges on whether he can get the labels right for Waitrose. So he tries again, and after 4 weeks of meetings and several designs later, he thinks he's come up with a winner and sends a new label off to Waitrose. The question is, will they like the designs, or will he have to lay out more money to please them?
He got back to me and he said he really liked them, and He's asked me to send over some samples. The buyers and the retailers are just hugely important to how this whole thing's going to work. So hearing from them and hearing positive things from them it's just amazing, and it means I'm just one step closer to the whole thing working. Well, I came on breakfast in March this year, and it was just a really surreal experience, kind of sitting on the couch with the presenters eating jam for breakfast, and ever since then everything's just taken off. Products launched, which was something of a trial, and there was no guarantee that it was going to be a success. The products flew off the shelves. I travelled around the country, and then I got a phone call from Tesco, one of the biggest supermarkets in the world, to say that they wanted to stock the range as well. When I first went into Waitrose and saw SuperJam on the shelves, it was just the most amazing feeling. You know, that was the point at which I could go into a supermarket and buy a jar of my own jam, which I did, and stuck the receipt up on my bedroom wall. And that was just an incredible feeling. You know, I'd spent years working towards that point, and that was when it finally felt real. What do you think?
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's lovely. Very nice. Oh, it is, isn't it? Well done, you. Delicious.
Thank you. Would you like to try my jam?
I've tried it before,
All right.
and I really like it.
That's really nice, actually, yeah.
Cheers. Thank you.
I really like it.
You really like it?
Yeah.
I've no idea what's coming next. I don't have a crystal ball, and who knows where I'm going to be in a year's time. I'm just going to see where the wave takes me.